Okay, so we're gonna make this cubes in 1 point perspective picture. And let's start with our horizon line. And we'll put a line right in the middle of our screen. All right, make it level. Here we go. And then we're going to start with the front faces of our cubes. And let's do our overline. Okay, and then we can move this if we need to. There we go. And then let's do our middle cube. And we'll do my bottom cube. Okay. And we can move any points in order to make our drawings more cube-like. And we'll do that. Okay, so next up, we need our vanishing point. All right, so let's pick a point that we put on our vanishing, our line here. And actually, I can take my move tool and I can take point B and move that so it's a little bit closer. I don't want it off the screen, but I don't want it super close. I want it kind of right about there. All right. And just so we can, it pops, it kind of stands out. I'm going to click on that point and change the color of it. And let's make it red. So it's very obvious that that's a vanishing point. And let me see, can I change I can change the lettering. So can I call it vanishing point or VP? There we go. So I'll call it VP for vanishing point. Excuse me there. All right. So the deal with vanishing points are any points from our objects, they go back to the vanishing point. So I need my segment tool for this. And any of these points go and touch my vanishing point. Okay. And then we have to decide how deep we're going to make these boxes. So I will just do that with a point, and I'm going to pick a point right here. Pick a point right there, and pick a point right. Let's make this one a little bit bigger. Put a point right there. All right. So then I can make my far walls with parallel lines. All right. So I'm going to use the parallel line tool and go through those. Okay, then I'll mark my intersections. And then I can hide all my parallel lines. And I can even hide my extension lines going back to the vanishing point, because I have all the points that I need for this to draw these figures. Okay, so we're going to redraw the depth lines. And the back lines. All right, so that looks nice. And then all of these guys. And then I'm going to make this this inner ring on this one, and I'm just going to do this with points. Let's make a test point, and then we'll measure everything with the compass. All right, so here's our test point, and then we'll measure it with the compass. And the reason I like doing this is I can, if I want to change the size of this, I can change this just by moving that point. If I move this point, it'll change the size of my circles and therefore change the size of my my width of my box. And actually, I want to put that point on this line. So let me back up here. and I'll redraw that point, but I'll put it on this line. Okay. And then I will use my compass to measure this. And then I'll put that circle on K. And then L. And then M. And then W. And I'll mark my intersections. Okay, so then I can mark my segments. Okay, and then I can mark my intersection points. All right, and so let's hide the line segments. Well, hang on. Let's think about this for a little bit. This is kind of a rather skinny box. It's not very super thick, all right? And so I need to make this a smaller track going around. So I need to make my circle smaller. So that means I need to move point V so that KV is a smaller segment. And there you go. That looks like it's a smaller segment now. Okay, so now I can hide my circles and my segments. Okay, I don't want to hide the points, but I do want to hide the circles. So let me make sure I'm clicking on the circle, but not the point. Okay, so I have 4 there, and I need to make sure that certain points are visible. Okay, and so let's zoom back in it out. Okay. There we go. Okay, so back to our segment tool, and I will connect the points on the inside of the box.
It's 6 o'clock.
And then this point F1 needs to head back to VP, our vanishing point. And now I've made this a rather long box, so we don't see the back, but I can move point P, so it'll make it a rather skinnier, but not quite as deep. All right, and so let's put our intersection point. Let's move this guy. Okay, right there looks good. And so I can make the parallel lines for the back wall. And all these lines should intersect at the same point. They're not right now. And so clearly what that means is point P is not lined up with the other ones. So let's move point, no, P is not the issue. Maybe it's one of my other corners. Let's try moving point K, see if that makes a difference. There you go, that'll make a difference. Okay, so I want all three of those lines to make sure they all line up. So I moved my point K and I got them all to line up on this one point. Okay? And so now I can hide the parallel lines. And I can even hide my what's that called? I guess the depth line. Hang on, I need to keep these up here for a little bit. There's one thing I need to do first. I need to mark these intersections. And the reason being is that when I hide the lines, I need a place to be able to draw my my back wall. Okay, so I think that works, right? Now we need to erase the vanishing line for this middle box, and so let's mark the intersections before and after. And that way it'll we can redraw our segments, and actually let's draw these as rays. Let's go array from M1 to A, and then from N1 to VP. All right. That way they extend out, everything's good, but just the middle portion is blank. All right. And I think we have this all ready to go. We're not going to worry about coloring it. Actually, you know what? We can color with our polygon coloring. So let's do that. And let's say pick 3 different colors for 3 different boxes, and each one has its own color scheme. So this top one is going to be 3 different colors. This next one is 2 different colors, and these are 2 are different than the 3 up here. And then this guy, we have the front wall, we have the side walls, we even have the inside. And so we need 5 different colors for that one. And so for this, for the coloring, that means we need to hide the labels. So let's hide the labels. And we just need to hide the labels on the boxes. All right, I won't worry about the labels on the line here, the horizon line. Okay, let's try zooming in and see if that helps us. There we go. That gives us more. I just realized one of my lines is incorrect. And I'm going to fix it by, let's try deleting a line. We'll delete this one, and then we'll redraw this line from this point to this point. And actually, I realized that these lines, oh, I may have to delete these. Delete these lines. And then I can redraw them just to this intersection. Somehow they got originally drawn all the way to the edge. Okay? So again, the width of this box is all dependent upon the size of the distance of this test point to the corner. All right, so I'll make it rather small, and now let's work on the coloring. Here we go. Okay, so this top box. Let's go with, we're doing polygon shading. I need 3 different colors for the top box. And let me color these in first. Okay. If I click on these, I can change the color of them. And let's go red, blue, purple. All right. So this first front area is going to be blue. The side area is going to be red. And the underneath portion is going to be purple. So it's like red and blue make purple. All right. Let's change our opacity. Try 25. That looks nice. Okay. And next, we'll go to our middle box. And let's color this. Let's pick, let's do green and gold. Those are AIDS colors. And then green and yellow. All right. And then for this last one, let's try, you know what? Let's do Giants colors. So we'll do black and orange. So for this, I want to zoom in a little bit just so I can make sure I'm clicking on the right points. And I'm going to make the top and the side black and orange. And then I'll figure out what I'm going to do with the other sides. All right, so okay. So we'll continue on through this and have fun with this. All right.